This week Calling All Devs is titled Crime Stats and Physics Grids. CIE will consider the suggestion of a special Star Marine mode for team operations practice with no enemies or bots. Not a priority and no promises. The Crime Stats system update has three components: criminality, local law, and reputation. So, local law determines what is considered a transgression and how grave it is. This gravity will determine if it has criminal or even reputation repercussions. For criminality, short-term punishment will be needed to solve it. On the other hand, to repair your reputation, you will have to work for it. It will take time and a series of actions. We'll have this at some point in time. Spawning ships with vehicles already in them will happen someday in the future. Not yet. Multiple physics grid systems and tech have been put in the back burner because it's a prerequisite for things that are not yet in-game, like the Whole Sea, docking gameplay, among others. Also, prerequisites for it, like object container streaming, are not in-game. So basically, priorities are determined and depend on the features needed at the stage in the development sequence. This week's Around the Verse is titled Grotto You Waiting For. New polish and blending passes on Aberdeen, one of Hurston's schools, show us new shades of color and apparently remains of tree vegetation. Hurston's savanna biome looks amazing from a distance and up close. The Star Marine rental experience is shaping up as expected. The latest screens we were shown even have auto-renewal options, which are very convenient. We should have it on time for 3.3. Scramble races will now have an option to kill the leaders, and this will allow us to also win in this game mode that way. Basically the only chance Ursa rovers have, being much slower and less maneuverable. Also amazingly, this will make it more chaotic and fun. We were shown first looks of the utilitarian hubs implemented in the game's engine. The Quantum Jump engine's behavior will now be affected by energy allocation changes. Check out the new images for the Freelancer variants, Max, Der, and Miss, coming in 3.4. Details on the 890 Jump show that it not only has a hot tub, but also a grotto and a swimming pool. Top of the line luxury incoming to the verse, if you ask me. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.
Good evening and welcome. I'm Kai Over with the Night Crew. This week I'm reviewing a few community and Cloud Imperium game generated content videos that caught my attention. First off, we have Board Gamer bringing us Crytek vs. Star Citizen lawsuit updates. What was dismissed? With his usual non-partisan flair, Board Gamer gives us a very digestible 14-minute recap of the state of the Crytek v. Star Citizen lawsuit. The courts handed down some important decisions that set the stage for either a protracted discovery period or perhaps a settlement. If you have been following the case, watching this video is time well spent. Next up, we have Sandy Gardner and Chris Roberts delivering another installment of Around the Verse, with a cleverly titled, Grotto You Waiting For? This 7-minute video begins with coverage of the biome updates and have me really excited about walking around without a spacesuit and possibly kicking back with a beer at my favorite fishing hole. Star Marine equipment rental was also covered briefly before moving on to a longer segment on the Scramble Race mission update. I really like where they are headed with this and the adjustments they are making to ensure it is competitive regardless of your choice of vehicle. Quantum drive tweaks were discussed, specifically tying the quantum drive to the power system, which will allow for faster or slower spool times. This ATV concluded with the ship pipeline. The MISC Freelancer, Max, Der, and Miss updates are coming along nicely and still on track for 3.4. And, near and dear to my heart, we were given a preview of the 890 Jump. You tired of your orgmate bragging about his 600i hot tub? Fear not. You can call him from your 890 Jump's grotto and then mosey on over to the swimming pool after you're done gloating. And finally, I'd like to highly recommend you watch An Architect Reviews the 600i. This very well put together video walks through the ins and outs of the design of the 600i from an architect's perspective. From the bridge to the basement, the author covers this beautiful ship from stem to stern. The content was well thought out, and there are some interesting points to consider. Well worth the 15 minutes. And that's it for this segment. I'm Kai Overt. Fly safe, and I hope to see you in the verse soon.
Hello everyone, this is Concerned Penguins from the Night Crew. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we're going to talk about the top bugs currently seen within PTU and within Star Citizen in general. So, first one up here is Mobigraph too bright. Pop up the Mobigraph, you can't see what the heck you're doing. I've seen this a few times myself. Some examples, like it's super bright in some spots. This one's the craziest one though. I can't see anything. So, definitely one. It's kind of a nitpicky one, but it's the number one at the moment. This one is an interesting one. I've seen a few other people have it. I haven't actually seen it myself. Essentially, whenever you get kicked out of the game for DC, and you make it back in, and you respawn that ship, you can't get into it. That's kind of a problem. And after you get back, by the way, there's usually no doors on it. So, yep, that's definitely an issue. Who knows? Does this one have pictures? I don't think it has pictures. This one is very interesting with the warden in particular. It's essentially you can't reclaim it. It's done, gone, bye. And yeah, this one I've seen a few times. The admin won't actually accept what you're doing, so it's kind of annoying. That one, I believe, though, you can get around it, by the way, by just putting it on the counter, like next to him. If you place it there, it'll work. This one is one that annoys the crap out of me. If you're actually looking at any markers, you can't actually read them. So. And it's also true if you're just pulling up on F2. Everybody's seen every once in a while some FPS hiccups for sure. And we've also got some where there's just some things not able to show up in your hangar. So I don't believe this is all hangars from what I've tested, but it does appear that definitely some of them have this issue where most of your ships won't appear for you to spawn them. What else? So this one I think is actually an invalid if I remember correctly. Yeah, do that. Throwing and you lose all of your stuff. Yeah, so if you get kicked, DC'd, etc., then you're kind of SOL for a minute. AK, whatever you have equipped, if you die with it or you get DC'd with it, it's gone. And ship's nose lifts after landing. If I remember right, this one's an ESP related one. There's a couple of ESP bugs at the moment. For instance, right now if you're trying to fight somebody with ESP on, sometimes it'll actually yank you the wrong direction instead of towards the person you're trying to shoot. So in general, I would just recommend taking the ESP off. And that is this week's top 10 bugs of the week. I hope you guys aren't having too buggy of your life. Buggers the Penguin is a son of a gun, let me tell you. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. 07s. Cheers. Hey everyone, I want to say thank you for watching, and I really want you guys' feedback. If there's any of these particular segments you guys like we're experimenting with the top 10 this week in some of the communities. And we've kind of tried different things every week just to see what you guys are kind of thinking. So feel free to let us know what you think and some of your feedback for sure. Thank you guys for watching once again. 07s and cheers.